Right now, we're asking thousands of Idaho high school students to take a journey to college. But figuring out what they want to do with their lives after high school isn't easy.
I think it's kind of a mentality and the culture of Idaho, unfortunately. Going on to a post-secondary education for a lot of families has not been a tradition.
I think sometimes people don't realize, living in a small town or something, they may not see quite all of the opportunities that are available to them.
They get scared of what am I going to do next with my life? I feel like they think that they have to have a plan once they go to college because it's a lot of money and all this stuff.
Yeah, it's frustrating a lot because you don't really know what, you want to sound good to people. You want to get the scholarship, so you don't know what they want.
If you apply and it costs money to apply, but if you're not accepted, then it's like a waste of money.
Choosing these big life decisions at our age when we when we still have to ask to go to the bathroom in our classes, and then you're expected to go out and choose what you want to do for the rest of your life. It's very stressful.
Join us for practical advice and answers to your specific questions about applying to and paying for college and other training programs. Join us for Journey to College.
Funding for this program has been made possible by the U.S. Department of Education through the College Access Challenge Grant, the Idaho Public Television Endowment, and the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, and viewers like you. Thank you.
University of Idaho senior Sarah Lanier shows a family from Spokane around the Moscow campus. After 5 years at the University of Idaho, she knows her way around.
You don't need to go out and buy your own printer, you can just use ours, and they're located all around campus so you can use them.
Sarah has a long list of facts and figures about the university's campus, but her first piece of advice to high school students is to keep their options open.
They always say, well, do I need to know what major I am? And we're like, no, you can be general education or something like that. You don't have to know what you're doing. You can take a bunch of different classes. It's good. It's good for you to explore. It's good for you to go out and see different club activities and say, wow, I really love working with people, or no, I really don't like working with people. Getting to know your strengths and weaknesses is really important.
High school students are concerned about changing their minds after they've started their studies.
There's a lot of pressure to pick something and then have your whole life figured out from day one, and that's just, it's not possible. It's really not. When I started out, I was a music major, which is completely different from microbiology, and when I switched, everyone was like, what? That's the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
Sarah not only changed her degree to microbiology, she paired that with documentary filmmaking and found a way to combine her interests.
Really what I want to do is be able to bridge that gap between the sciences and the everyday person. So using film is a great medium to do that. So it's really, you can translate things into more everyday terms, because a lot of scientists don't really know how to explain things in everyday terms anymore. They learn the language of science.
Although some students are drawn to Ivy League or other prestigious schools, Sarah says it's more important to find a school that feels right.
You really want to find a place where you can succeed, where you know that, yes, this feels right to me, and I feel like I can explore here and, kind of open up to my personality and open up who I am and open up my educational aspects as well, because college is really all about growth.
On the day before she graduates, Sarah tries on her cap and gown. Thanks to some family support, scholarships, and 2 part-time jobs, she's earned her bachelor's degree without any student loans.
Yeah, I think the people that I've met is probably one of the most rewarding things, having this sense of community behind you that everyone wants you to succeed in life, and having that support network that is built for you. That's really it's nice to have.
At Idaho State University, Caleb Ward is studying medicine. Caleb says he got off to a rough start in high school.
I was never a good student. I think I got caught up in the social aspect of high school, and I wasn't really looking forward to the bigger picture.
But now as a college student, Caleb's grades are better, and he has a new attitude toward learning.
Because I think that higher education is something that is so important in whether your job down the road requires a degree or not. Having the knowledge that I have gained from being in college is there is nothing like it.
Just as he's worked hard academically, Caleb struggles to overcome financial challenges.
Right now, I'm working one job. My wife is at home pregnant, and I am the only one who's paying for the bills, and I have no problem doing it. Especially when I learned the amount of money that FAFSA is willing to offer with Pell Grants and subsidized loans. There's no question in my mind that if you want to be able to go to college, there's a way to go to college.
For Caleb, college has been an education about more than just academics, a lesson he's happy to share with high school students considering their journey to college.
If I had something to tell any high school student that was thinking about going on, there is absolutely no doubt in my mind. Go on, do it, at least give it a shot. I promise that you will not regret going to college. It'll be one of the best things you've ever done. Even if you don't need it in the job that you're looking for, there is something that everybody can gain from being in college.
College of Western Idaho student Margaret Slater heads to the library to study for her final classes in her 2-year degree. She feels good as she nears the end of her journey to college.
I'm so in my element. I am really starting to get even more excited about my future. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, you know.
As a homeschooled student, Margaret turned to CWI to earn her GED, an experience that changed her life.
I think after the program, the GED program, having that sense of accomplishment, it pushed me to think, well, what else can I do? What else can I do?
Getting a degree wasn't easy, especially when she became a mom.
I could have really just quit, dude. I could have just thrown in the towel because I was afraid. You know, fear does that. Where you have to overcome that fear is you really have to sort your priorities out. You know, for me, it was my son. I want more for this little guy. I want to transform myself for him and for myself.
And a 2-year community college degree was exactly the program for her.
I feel like that with a 2-year community college, they really embrace, like, they get you. They get you. You have hardships. You have this and this and this going on. Let's help work it with you, okay? Because they want your success so bad. You know, they believe in you.
Margaret feels students don't often see the financial benefit of a community college.
First of all, you're going to get a lot of your classes done here that you would be paying out the nose for at a different university. See, there is just so much available to students at a 2-year college. If you can go to us just straight on, you know, whatever floats your boat, whatever is, you know, best for you, that's for you to decide. But I feel like it's worked very, very well for me.
As Margaret looks back on her journey, she's proud of what she's accomplished, and she hopes she can make a difference.
If somebody came to me 2 years ago and said, you're going to do this in 2 years, I don't even know what I would have said. I would be speechless. It's a power of attitude. It's a power of reaching deep within yourself and just grabbing life by the horns. Do it. Just do it. You can do it.